Question 12. A line in the x and y plane passes through the origin and has a slope of 1/7. Passing through the origin, the origin is a point where x is 0 and y is 0. So it's 0.00, and it has a slope of 1/7. The slope is the gradient, which can be represented with m, that's 1/7. Which of these following points lie on the line? To solve this question, you have to use these two data to find the equation of a line. Then you can start applying each of the options to see which would work. Let's just take it a step at a time. By the time we're done, you really understand. Let's say this is our x and y plane. This is an illustration and not the actual graph. Since it passes through the origin, let's say it goes like this. And you're asking which of these following points lie on this line. That is, let's say for example this point. Let's say this is this down. You need the x coordinate of this point and the y coordinate of this point. But as we go on in solving this question, you understand better. So we need to find the equation of the line first. And to find the equation of this line, there are two ways of doing it. It's either you find the equation by using y minus y1 over x minus x1 equals m, or you use y equals mx plus c. I think using this will be better. You can take your x1 to be 0 and your y1 to be 0. That's the point of origin, since the line goes through the point of origin, or the point of origin is a point on the line. So you have y minus your y1 is 0 over x minus your x1 2 is 0 equals your m is 1/7. Y minus 0 is y. If you don't really get this, you can just apply basic knowledge of math. You can just assume y is a real numeric value. Let's say 2 minus 0 is 2. You can try 3 minus 0 is 3. Anything minus 0 is that same value or that same number. So you have y minus 0 as y over x minus 0 is x equals 1/7. To get rid of the fractions, at this point you cross multiply. You have y times 7 equals, on the other side of equal sign you have x times 1. Y times 7 is 7y equals x times 1 is x. We go on to divide both sides by 7 because we want our y to stand alone. 7 cancels 7, y equals x/7. We'll come back to finding the equation using this method later. Let's just see which of the options is the correct one. Now, the equation for the straight line is y equals x/7. We can write it here. You have y equals x/7. We now try all these values. The first value is x, the one behind is y. Same applies to other options. So we can say when x is 0, will y be 7? So you have y equals 0/7. 0/7 is 0. Y is 0. So when x is 0, y is 0. Y is not 7. So A won't work. We try the second one, which is when x is 1, will y be 7? So we have y equals, when x is 1, you have 1/7. So when x is 1, y is 1/7. Y is not 7. B doesn't also work. We go for C, which is when x is 7, y is 7. When x is 7, y should be 7. So you have y equals, since your x is taken to be 7, that's 7/7. That is over this 7. Y equals 7 divided by 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1. So when x is 7, y is not 7. Y is 1. This is also wrong. Let's go to the last option. When x is 14, y should be 2. So we go y equals, when the value of x is 14, you have 14/7. That's over this 7. Y equals 14 divided by 7 is 2. The answer to this question is definitely D, because if any point passes through a particular line, if you insert the x value of that point into the equation of that straight line, it gives you the y value. So that's the proof. Remember, we also said we can find the equation of this straight line using this formula, where you have y equals mx plus c. To create the equation using y equals mx plus c, we need two values, which are the gradient, we have it, that's 1/7, and the constant, which is the y-intercept, that is where the line crosses the y-axis. The line crosses the y-axis at the point of origin. That's where y is 0 and x is 0. Therefore, we have our c as 0 and our m, the gradient, as 1/7. With the data we have, it's relatively easier to solve using this formula, because you don't need to solve to find your c, and your m is also given to you. Note, for straight lines, the c, which is the y-intercept, which is regarded as constant, and the gradient are constant. That is, they don't change. To create the equation, we just need both the m and the c. We leave the y as y and leave the x as x. So you have y equals, you have mx, that's m times x. M is 1/7 times x plus, your c is 0. That's the y-intercept, where the line crosses the y-axis. It crosses it at point 0, 0, where the coordinate of x is 0 and the coordinate of y is also 0. Y equals, you can say this is over 1. 1 times x is x over 7 times 1 is 7 plus 0. Anything plus 0 is that same thing. It's like having 2 plus 0 is 2, 3 plus 0 is 3, and so on. So we have y equals x/7, because x/7 plus 0 is x/7. So based on the information we have, using this method is relatively easier than applying the first method. So we have y equals x/7, and there we can start inserting our options and see if inserting the x coordinate of the option will give the y coordinate as the answer. And we've done that already.